Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Secret of Evermore. In the last part, we explored all of the bug muck, except for this big bug. And I think we need to go inside it now. Let's go. Anyway, now that I have my charged up attack, new attacks are unlocked. Interestingly enough, most of the other weapons in this game follow specific patterns. The bone is the only one that has attacks specific to it, and now I may be able to demonstrate a small glitch. If you pick up an item and immediately hold down the button after attacking, you will start it charging up right from 100%. It's a little bit helpful if you want to pick up an item, but still want to have your power. So anyway, now we're in a giant maze of sadness. So now, certain paths just become broken off, and this is unfortunately one of those games where you can actually accidentally lose one-time items. So be wary and don't act like an idiot. All right. Ooh, yes. I believe those things, the tar skulls, actually have only 50 health, so now we can actually 100% kill them. So yes, I don't know what tar is made of, but I imagine it would be at least partially made of oil. I'm surprised we aren't finding more of this stuff. Oh god. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, it's just like, wait a minute, this is a prehistoric area, where are all the dinosaurs? Ooh, you hold up there, dog. You're getting ahead of me. And I disapprove of that. So yes, this is a maze, and anytime you're on a slide, you lose all your progress on your items. But thankfully, you can start from 100 again. Anyway, there is one set path, and I know what that path is, but I always like to explore the rest of the areas. So yes, you fall in line. Fall in line. And the game makes you go along its path. There's always a lot of amusing details, like, for example, the dog's face during that scene. Whoa! Watch out for the Tarsk. Yeah, timing is everything with how the combat works in this game. And doing that properly with certain enemies can be very tricky. The dog, on the other hand, no, he's perfect at that. Or almost perfect. I've seen him miss to the mosquitoes a couple of times. Oh, I got lucky there. Alright. This is actually... yeah. So this is the highest you can go as far as I remember to fuck up. Because the thing is, like, here I'm trapped. I can't go to the island ahead of me. So all I can do is take down the slide. You might argue this is lazy design, however... to an extent, I guess it's just maze figuring out. Mazes, to an extent, are always a bit trial and error. And this is a maze where if you get lost, you can't get lost down the same path again. I'm guessing this was a way of getting around the fact that no matter what, an area that's just black and gray is to an extent gonna feel a bit dull. So if you can just make sure that the people don't spend that much time in it, you'll be fine. Usually when areas are kind of gray and black like this, the idea is to impose people with like how gloom and depressing the world is, but really this is just a subset. This whole area is actually considered for resources, remember? They didn't say that anyone even lives here. All they said was this is where Strongheart finds ingredients. This is an oil field, basically. Gotta get that oil. Ah, shit! Crap. Alright, so I basically lost an item forever. Not that it matters much. So it looks like there's only one path left. It's the right one. But as you can see, we're trapped. There's no going back now. Whatever is at the heart of the big bug, we gotta face it head on. Alright. So I got 59 points. Oh, hey. Gotta find some clay. Some Brodus clay. Alright. Alright, now that we have just some free range, I'm going to demonstrate the alchemies for you. When you're in the alchemy menu, you can target one guy or you can target many. Obviously, if you target many, you do less damage, but hey, you hit more people. So you'll at least put them in a stun lock. And for hardball, alright, might as well finish them off. Yes. So yes. And now to demonstrate, actually no, I'm gonna do that later on. But there is another glitch you can do to absolutely maximize the amount of damage you do with an alchemy weapon. And it has to do with basically exploiting the way that the game limits how you can't do alchemy, or how you can only do a certain amount of alchemy attacks at a time. Because normally you can only get off like 2 alchemy shots before your animation stops you from being able to do anything else. There's a way around this. Ooh, and I've run out of room for petals. And I believe there's a couple of these, so yeah. Now, I normally would be very hesitant about getting all these petals because if I'm not mistaken, if you level up, you automatically go up to full health, like a lot of other RPGs do. So, that might have just cost me some. And, funnily, oh no, I'm thinking of something else. There are weapons later on that you throw. Weapons that you throw, even if they're not seemingly at the same vertical level, you can still hit them. But weapons that are in your hand, or you're just hitting people normally, no. You cannot hit people that are not at the same vertical level as you. Because I'm sure there's some kind of mapping of vertical planes. I have to wonder how it works with stairs, but hey, seems fine. Anyway. Move down the stairs. Get the bug. Alright. So yes, plenty of items here. And if you're wondering why sometimes a dog will start sniffing and then just stop, what happens is a lot of times he'll just start sniffing as a red herring. If he starts sniffing and I just press the sniff button, that's me checking whether or not it's a dud. If it's a dud, he will stop shortly afterwards. Alright, now it's time to see what exactly is at the heart of the bug. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, folks? I said, are you ready? Oh, wait. There's no immediate feedback. So what the hell am I asking you for? I'm just waiting for the dog to kill this thing. So anyway, let's move in. And I want to go in with full charge. Oh, wait. Hey. Fuck! That's the thing about diagonal planes. They actually do affect you. But anyway, let's move on. Once again, very, very strong music going on here. I dig the mood of this guy. He feels like an erratic, crazy bug, and the music just is perfect for this. So I'm gonna try to kick care of his arms. So anyway, now that I'm here in an area where... Alright, I'm controlling the guy right now. Now that I'm in an area with a lot of things I can target, what I'm gonna do is... Ah, fuck. Alright. Shit. Alright, now that I'm in an area with a lot of things to target, I'm going to get rid of this guy's arm, but I'm also going to do that by demonstrating a glitch. If you're the dog and you're executing the alchemy, the boy is still doing all of the alchemy, so you don't have to worry about any of his animation stops or anything. You can immediately trigger them until the animation for the actual alchemy starts. That's when you have limitations. So now I just put off 6 when I would normally be able to put off 3. So yeah, this goes. Oh yeah, that's another funny thing. If you put out more than, say, if you put out more items than you're supposed to, or if you put out 2 or 3 different alchemy spells, the color palettes all mixed together. So I ended up with flashes that were gray. So yes, I've already broken this guy's arm, something that would normally take quite a bit of time. So yes, plenty of bugging and exploitation. There's actually a lot of really weird bugs in this game, most notably a couple of spots where the game will just crash. Yeah, this guy has a lot of health. But thankfully, since I charged my weapon, since I can't charge my weapon, I should say, I can actually take care of these guys quite well. But you're not gonna want to take too much time because Thraxx also has access to alchemy. And his access to alchemy is much cheaper than yours because there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop him. No matter what, he's gonna hit you with alchemy. Alright. So yeah, that's the... Ah, no. There are ways to open up his chest cavity, and the biggest one is just swipe at his heart through the protective covering. You're actually not gonna want the dog here because he's gonna bark him at the first go. You're gonna want to let the ability... You're gonna need the ability to charge. Found exactly 1 talon. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, this boss is a very early boss. Is very good. He does everything that an early boss should. He's not that hard. He teaches you the ideal that you're gonna have to face all these alchemy guys or all these other bosses with alchemy, and even so, he doesn't do that much damage. He's not terribly difficult, but then again, it's a first boss. He probably shouldn't be. Right? And of course, he makes you deal with regular enemies. Oh, wow! Sweet! Alright. Alright, I'm trying to deliberately lodge myself in the wall. Ah, shit. I'm trying to deliberately lodge myself in the wall so that I didn't fly off. And here's the thing. You gotta get used to healing before you're in danger. Because at any point, acid rain, and you're fucked. And this game is not forgiving when it comes to dying. If you die, you go all the way back to your first save, which takes me all the way back to Fire Eyes Village. Before I leveled up my my Bone Crusher, and before I got all the XP I already got. So yeah. Yes, and I can do this, and yes, this is the issue with trying to... This is the issue with trying to do anything where you have to let the boy out of the... This is the issue with trying to do anything where you take control out of the AI's hand. This is also tricky because if you damage the AI... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. If you damage the AI, they'll actually... All of their screams will start to stack. So, for example... Oh, wow! Double hit! We win! Yes. And yes, you always... Most of the time when you beat a boss, you'll get bonus money and bonus XP. So sweet. And yes, just like the movies that this game is imitating that don't actually exist, all bosses end in explosions. Or most of them do, anyway. So you can see the spider's claw, which is pretty much an axe. And that leads to the classification of weapons. All weapons have a class. This one is an axe. And the Bone Crusher, believe it or not, is a sword, somehow. And yes, more very, very, very nice music playing. I really want this game to become more popular on Overclocked Remix. But what's in this nest? What use is this axe? Well, that's something I'll have to tackle next time on Let's Play Secret of Evermore. See you guys next time. Now it's time for some more glitching. Now, this isn't a Thraxx-specific glitch. However, it is something that you can do with him. Some attacks have a delayed impact on when they'll actually kill your character. So, if you can use one of those attacks and then very quickly cancel the death animation into an alchemy spell, his death will be canceled. From what I understand, this is known as the zombie child glitch, because your character will walk around and basically will not be able to take damage from normal attacks and won't be able to take damage from alchemy spells. Basically, the only thing he can take damage from is from anything that does not have damage calculations. For example, if I attack Thraxx with the kid, I will actually end up dying because Thrax's yell has a fixed amount of damage to it. So this is actually kind of neat, because if you keep dog casting, the dog is the one who mainly takes the damage when you do the dog casting glitch to get off like 8 or 9 spells. So I really could have killed Thraxx very easily by this point. However, I, ran out of alchemy ingredients. So yeah, I had to kill him with the dog.